Georgia.
Hey!
Weighing at 162 pounds, the Calamari Catch King and the best pure wrestler in the world, the Octopus, Jonathan Gresham! His opponent to my right, from Metropolis, weighing at 225 pounds, the knockout artist, Chris Hero!
Fans Beyond Wrestling, Denver, Colorado, the man, not the place. Come on, you know I was going to be ringside for this one. Being joined by Shook D. Congratulations on your victory tonight.
I feel it going through. I mean, thumbtacks, getting spit on, getting knocked out. It feels good to shut up Ethan Page, though. And I got to tell you, Chris Hero's got a complete different style of match. He goes from a big bruising titan like Matt Tremont to the spry, the small, but not undersized and not under-talented Jonathan Gresham.
You've been putting in the work, but somebody else that has not had an easy path in the world of professional wrestling is Jonathan Gresham. Over the last 6-7 years, had to scratch and claw for what little he's got. Hopefully Beyond Wrestling providing with a platform, a first-time ever match. Can you believe, in all the years that these two have been wrestling, that they have never crossed paths before today?
The closest they would have came would have been at the TPI tournament this year, but unfortunately Jonathan Gresham was unable to get past Isaiah, which led to him not being able to get to that matchup with Chris Hero in that tournament. But I'll tell you, I know it's been a dream match of his for some time. I know the way that he's been going against the Thatchers, the Gulaks, the people that the grapple frick or whatever they call it, whatever they call it.
Let's call it catch point.
Yeah, let's call it catch point.
All right.
But the bottom line at the end of the day is Gresham has never had this match, always wanted it. I feel he deserves it. And I'm sorry, I'm a little biased about it. He's from Atlanta. He's put his work in. I'm ready to see him beat Chris Hero. I'm ready to see him do the impossible.
That remains to be seen. You know, he did fall short against Donovan Dijak and Ryan Gallion, two other opponents much larger in stature. But Jonathan Gresham, talk about skill, you talk about technique. There's very few that can match him. Chris Hero might be that match.
Rolls through the La Magistral Cradle. You see Gresham over there in the red and white. You got Chris Hero over there in the Charles Barkley Phoenix Suns old school colors, ready to go ahead and lay the beat down, and that is truly civilized.
Trying to tie up Hero. What do you think is going to be Gresham's best strategy? I mean, is there a particular body part he needs to target? Just kind of work on everything, find an opening? I mean, what do you think is
Without a
Gresham's
doubt,
strategy?
legs. He's got to go ahead and take those legs out, because I'll tell you, all of Hero's stuff is based off of having a vertical base. That's his boots. That's his knockout blows. That's a lot of the good stuff that he likes to inflict. If you put him down to the ground, not saying that Hero isn't a great wrestler on the mat, but he's going to get killed by Gresham, especially how spry he is. And I'm trying to tell you, this is not a mismatch. People will try and say it is because of weight and height. I'm telling you, Gresham can hang with anybody in the world right now. I put my name to it. And right now they're squaring up. Hero looking to go high. I'm not sure that's going to be the best bet for him if he decides to go ahead and do that for Gresham.
Yeah, just using leverage right there, getting underneath his opponent. Now, got a hold of the arm, looking to whip Gresham across the ring, but Gresham putting on the brakes.
Old school Johnny Saint move right here, just putting the stops on him.
And this is where the size difference, I mean, Gresham, again, he has the technique to be able to try and neutralize it.
Gresham giving him the Mutombo finger right there. No. Very polite to Chris Hero. He goes in and lifts him up. Okay.
You think it's going to stay like that?
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we kind of saw Chris Hero kind of fly off the handle a little bit earlier with Janela, but then again, he was provoked. So, you know, it's a different story over here.
You almost wonder if perhaps the best strategy for Gresham is to kind of avoid the strategy that so many of the fans have come to know him by. If he should be looking to do something drastically different, maybe playing the mind games with Chris Hero to throw him off his game.
Most definitely. And you see that.
But let me interrupt you real quick.
No worries.
If you can beat Hero at his own game, how impressive is that?
Most definitely. And look at just how quick he's able to go ahead and spring around. And even when Hero thinks he's about to capitalize on something, the low center of gravity, the speed of Jonathan Gresham, he's already off into another hole by the time Hero's trying to lock him down. Takes the risk. Gresham being spry, not trying to go to it. Goes low, takes for the legs, like I mentioned, and he gets a form of a stretch muffler along with a leg lock on that. That's pretty unique right there. I'm digging that right there.
Trying to hyperextend the knees, but Chris Hero quickly rolling out of it. It looks like going to a pin. Not enough coverage across the shoulders.
That's the weight coming into play for Chris Hero right there. And then there we go. Gresham just riding him back around, getting those legs around his waist so he can go ahead and try and take the air out of him, and just got that chin lock in full effect right there.
You know, Hero let Gresham get up just a few minutes ago, and Gresham is not allowing him the same. He's staying right on top of Chris Hero.
And why would you?
Yeah, why should you give up an inch? Exactly.
This dude is too big, too tall, and too deadly on his feet to go ahead and do that. Would you let Mike Tyson just straight run up at you? Like, if you had an opportunity to take down Mike Tyson, you should do it at every opportunity. That's all I'm saying.
Well, perhaps I spoke too soon, or maybe these are the mind games coming into play.
There's got to come a point eventually in this match, though, where the fist bumps ain't enough. You got to start going in for it. I mean, there's no disrespect in trying to win.
It's not going to be fist to fist. It's going to be fist to face.
Again, here we are.
You think Hero's going to let him up this time?
We'll see. I mean, he's putting the brakes on him, but you know Hero isn't. I don't think Hero's trying to play this game again.
I think Hero's face tells the entire story. He's definitely starting to get frustrated. Gresham is getting under his skin.
Old-fashioned body slam, it looked like he was going for it. And then,
look at that counter, almost like a front crucifix. Hero can't shrug him off.
And that's that calamari catch style coming in. Like, again, it's not just a funny name. It's just something that using octopus-style technique to be able to grip and slip on your opponent a lot of times. Look how he's got control even when it looks like he's not in control of what's going on.
Hero placed him on the top rope.
1, 2.
Very precarious position for Gresham.
Now that was a little demeaning. That's something you do to your little brother. You give him a noogie.
And then wipes his hand off on the other turnbuckle. I'm not sure how respectful that was on the part of Chris Hero right there. And here's the shove.
Well, Hero's trying to play mind games, get under the skin of Jonathan Gresham.
To the world, I am the best technical wrestler in the world.
Oh, he's telling him what's up. Cutting promos up in here. There you go, Gresham.
Gresham just set him straight.
He's letting them know, though, this is real to him.
You need some encouragement? Let's go, Hero.
You got it.
Somebody that Chris Hero wrestled the past couple of months. Zero fear. And that is what Jonathan Gresham is showing right now.
Hero Medio, as they like to call it. But I'm going to tell you like this. Imagine LeBron James getting to play Michael Jordan in his prime. This is what this is to Gresham right now. He's taking this super seriously because he wants to beat at the top of his game, Chris Hero.
I think that's an awesome comparison because these are two of the very best, if not the two best active right now. And like you said, you know, how often do you get to see two of the best ever at what they do cross paths while they're both in their prime?
There you have it.
It's such a rare thing about this.
And there you have it. Takes him down lightning fast. Goes ahead, steps over into the hammerlock. I thought he was going to go for a Lamahis Thrall, but instead takes the crossface, just pulling on the chin with the muscle pose. Pat Dick Gresham right there.
When you get too confident, though, he's still got his work cut out for him.
Oh, God, this is so good. Look at everything that's working. That's working the calf. That's working the neck right there. He's working on the arms. So many different areas. That's a variation on the octopus stretch that he's got on right now as well, too. Hero powering up with those horse legs.
Right now, yeah, because Hero was right up.
Trying to sunset flip him, but that I don't think that's not going to go.
Oh, bend in the hand. You know, there's so many small bones in that hand.
Hero schooling him like a little child right now, man. Just
talk about another great technical wrestler. Mike Quackenbush broke a bone in his hand. He was never the same after that.
Absolutely. You saw him with the hand brace for the longest time after that incident happened. Oh.
And that's not going to break a bone in your hand. That's going to break a bone in your opponent's chest.
He's cutting bacon off of Gresham's chest with chops like that. Puts the brakes on.
Every time it seems like Hero's about to take control of this match, Gresham is able to halt his momentum.
And he's become a master at that, using the size against his opponents. Gresham popping up.
Oh, look at that. Taking him down with that flying head drag. Getting underneath.
Under the waist, rolls back to create distance. Pop up. Another head drag right there, and almost a snapmare style on it. Tries to go ahead for the takedown. Notice he's using his arm to go into it too, not just his legs, because he needs the weight behind it.
You know what they say, when you control the head, you control the body.
Without a doubt. Takes the knee pad down. Oh!
Oh, wow. That'll hyperextend your knee. That is not good.
Simple, effective. Just puts pressure the opposite way of the knee. He could have easily just went ahead and just exploded that knee out of the socket there.
It's funny how things work. In order to get around, you have to walk.
Without a doubt.
In order to walk, you have to use your legs, and yet somehow at the knee, there are so many delicate ligaments and tendons. And Jonathan Gresham is obviously going to be looking to exploit that tonight. But he didn't see the other boot, the other leg from Chris Hero coming. That was bad.
That was the 2-point conversion right there. Oh my goodness.
Hero's reeling though. I don't think that Gresham knows that he's wrestling in front of a sold-out crowd here.
Gresh got his block knocked off. Oh my God! Like Gresh is trying to get it together. That's the first real strike of this match, really.
The first and maybe the best we'll see all night. The precision and the impact on that.
I mean, but that's been Chris Hero's calling card for years now, man. Like, you have to come expect it.
What, we're going back to what I was saying earlier. You want to beat Hero at his own game. What is Hero's game? Hero does everything. We've seen Hero fly around.
That's not going to get it if you're trying to go chop for chop with Chris Hero. I've been there.
So your advice to Gresham right now is do not try to go strike for strike with Chris Hero.
You're going to have to.
beat him at this game.
No, it's not going to work out. Like, I remember trying to go with him at Strong Style Wrestling. I actually had the opportunity to go one-on-one with Chris Hero. It was the most grueling 18 minutes of my life. I swear to God. Whether it was on the mat or standing up.
Nobody's standing up right now.
Short drop kick right there, just rocking Gresham's head.
It looked like Gresham almost had the wherewithal to get out of the ring to cause some separation, but was not able to get to the ropes.
And you see Hero over there cupping his ear now, like asking where all that big talk is now from Jonathan Gresham, bridging up to make sure that the referee knows that he's got that kick out going on right there.
That's a defiant kick out. That is the type of message that you send to your opponent at this point in the match to let him know, yeah, there's still a whole hell of a lot of gas left in the tank.
Without a doubt, and you don't want any kind of missteps or mistakes with a match this important. The referee thinking it's a 3 when it really was a 2. You don't want to be in that situation.
I mean, that would be a shame if a match like this ended on on an error from the officials.
And Chris Hero putting all that body weight on
He's
Gresham.
just smothering him.
God, this is almost sad to watch. Oh, short knee right there on the face. Hero's just trying to make that head trauma right now, man. This is not good for Gresham.
Well, Gresham is over by the ropes now, but Hero is taking his time. He feels comfortable in the driver's seat.
And I remember when in the days of the young knockout kid, Chris Hero, where it was almost like the showmanship along with the knockouts too. Dude to be busting around doing rope drills and blow-up drills the whole time while he's going ahead and doing it. Age has really changed up the methodical nature, and on top of that, the vicious nature of Chris Hero. He just gives it to you. Oh, like that. Oh, like that. Isn't even giving Gresham room to breathe, just dropping all that weight with a senton. And I mean, Hero just looks like he's having fun out there. And he's crushing your spirit while he's doing it.
I mean, imagine looking forward to a match like this for such a long period of time, finally getting it and being overwhelmed.
And I think Gresh had a game plan, but
you think it's the long game? Do you think the longer this match goes on, the more it's going to favor Gresham? I mean, he is carrying less weight, but Hero size or otherwise, when do you see a wrestler with as much cardiovascular conditioning as Chris Hero?
Without a doubt, and I'm getting right back to the same point Mike Tyson made. Everybody's got a game plan until they get punched in the mouth, and that's what's going on. And here come the forearm, still not enough. God, just knocking the glisten off of Chris Hero right there.
Come on, man!
Oh.
Popping right back up as Jonathan Gresham getting right in Hero's face.
This is bad. Like, Hero's he's not having any of it right now.
You look like a fucking boy!
Whoa!
All right, we did not need like that. That was just like completely uncalled for.
And Gresham firing back with kicks to the knee, that same knee that he tried to hyperextend earlier.
If Hero's going to run his mouth like that, he better be lucky he doesn't get a shattered kneecap.
Pops him, use the momentum with the short knee. Goes ahead and puts him, it might be that release. Whoa!
What a high angle to drive down his opponent at! Did you think that Jonathan Gresham had that in him?
And notice how he used the shift of weight. Hero was about to use it to do his own release suplex. Gresham steals it, brain busters him. Now he's back in the match. Now we've got an even playing field right now.
What an equalizer, that brain buster. The bigger they are, the harder they fall, and Hero fell hard there.
This might be the biggest comeback of the year right here in any Beyond match. Oh my God, and shut short by that bicycle kick right there by Chris Hero.
Hero able to turn it around on a dime.
How many times have we seen him have to do it though? This is a big match player if there ever was one in Chris Hero. Former Evolve champion, former multiple-time tag team champion. This guy has done it all. He's been everywhere, WXW champion. If anybody knows about the long game, the knockout shot, the big time having to turn it around, kicking it in the 5th year, it is Chris Hero. We don't know if Gresham's got it yet, and we're about to find out.
Going to be working with a 10 count on the floor. It would be a shame to see this one end in a count out.
I'm going to tell you right now, just knowing the kind of person Jonathan Gresham is, he would rip his own hair out right now if he lost on a count out. He's not going out like that. I'll tell you that now. God, he's leaning. The fans are literally having to hold Gresham up to get him back in this.
Mugging for the camera. Hot dog and having the time of his life.
And Gresham drags himself back in the ring. Oh,
Man. 1, 2. Close call.
I don't think he's giving points on moral victories over there like Gresham was doing, just dragging himself back into this. I guess Hero feels like he's got a little bit more. He's going to get that slow burn beat down on him now.
Checking with the official to see if that was 3. And it almost looks like Hero's taking a moment to regroup and try and figure out what his next attack is going to be, because these short strikes are not taking care of the job at this juncture. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. Right now, Jonathan Gresham still has a lot of fight left in him.
And he's been getting his head rocked this whole match. He's got to be going off of instinct. And we got a bloodthirsty crowd. They want to see somebody get knocked out right now.
That could finally tip the scales one direction or another when you can feed off the energy of the crowd. And right now, Gresham does not have the support here in Providence, Rhode Island at Aurora, which is that's shocking to me. Oh! Now that is the ultimate sign of disrespect, hitting your opponent between the shoulder blades like that. That's not something that's going to beat your opponent, but that stings like hell.
God, and then the short bicycle kick. If I'm Kevin Quinn, I gotta check on Gris right here, because that ain't smart right there, like keeping him in like that many headshots. And Hero still won't budge. He won't budge. Yeah.
That was the first elbow and perhaps the last as well.
Get the chalk out line. He's done. He's done.
He wants to count him out. This isn't a last man standing match. This is just adding insult to injury.
Well, he's treating it like it's one. Oh my God. Gresham using those ropes to pull himself up, shaky leg.
If you have your opponent knocked out, you go for the pin. Right now, Chris Hero is pouring salt in the wounds. He wants to make an emphatic statement at the expense of Jonathan Gresham. Oh, just stomping the back of his head. Now, there's no need for that.
I've seen Gresham in absolute wars with some large opponents, all sorts of vicious opponents. I've never seen it this bad. I've never seen him in this bad a way before. Like, I'm seriously concerned for my boy.
And look at JT Dunn ringside just taking it all in.
Wow.
Hero's going to get himself arrested in this town if this type of behavior keeps up.
Chris Hero's in rare form this evening, man. He's ratcheting the assholery up pretty high.
And going back to the knee, I got to think that what you said originally, Gresham has to try and get the legs out from underneath Hero.
And notice he faked him out earlier with that high shot just so he can get low. He may have to do that. He's going to have to rope-a-dope him there. Hero getting smart to it. Blocks it. Claps the hands back together with his feet. Double foot kick right there to the knee, and Gresham's back up. Single leg takedown. Rolling through, trying for a figure four, pushes him off, up and over. Holds back, runs past, pops off, moonsault.
What an unbelievable athlete. Digging deep, pulling out all the stops. Gresham has his hand raised, but not in victory yet. He didn't even get a cover.
And he's still going. He's still pushing forward.
He didn't even get a cover off of that.
Doesn't matter. He's still pushing forward. Catches the leg. Oh.
What's this?
Wheelbarrow through. Catches. Rolls through. Ankle lock submission.
Great maneuver out of opponent, especially with the size difference.
Now check this out. Very smart on Gresham's part. He leans his own back into the rope to make sure it makes it that much harder if he tries to catch it with his own foot.
course, if it does come down to submission versus submission, Hero is going to have the benefit of the longer limbs being able to get to the rope.
And this is what I'm talking about. This is the Gresham I like. He double stomps the leg, kicking the hand away when he tries to pull himself, and then right back voracious like a pit bull on top of Chris Hero right now.
We saw him get a submission over Charade at Tournament for Tomorrow.
You remember?
Night 2 by just grabbing the leg and repeatedly jamming it into the mat.
God, I've never seen that before, taking the ankle lock and using that to almost schoolboy Hero up. It's going to hurt his leg just kicking out when he does something like that, and then going back for the single leg again. Crossover Enziguri right there.
Gresham slumped in the corner. He's using those ropes to hold himself up.
Okay. Yeah, not the smartest in his arsenal right there.
Oh, man!
Release suplex there by Chris Hero, getting the move he originally wanted earlier in the match. Shit, and Gresham rolling over, just trying to get a hold of the referee right now to even stay up right now. This has been an absolute war. And the thing it started so friendly, so friendly.
Fighting tooth and nail. My eyes can't help but wander to JT Dunn in the corner. His expression has not changed.
But I'm going to tell you, this is reminiscent of when JT went against Hero. Hero had the respect. JT wanted it. He knew who he had to go through to get it. It's the same thing over here with Jonathan Gresham. He's put in wars, but at the end of the day, those wins, you got to get the wins.
I think the series of matches between JT and Hero was more about JT proving himself to Hero. For Jonathan Gresham, this is about Jonathan Gresham proving himself to Jonathan Gresham in the rest of the wrestling industry.
I can give you that. I can give you that. I can give you that as much as he gave him that forearm right there.
Chris Hero wrestling on WrestleMania weekend?
Fair enough.
Okay. How many shows is Jonathan Gresham wrestling on?
Fair enough. Look, you preaching to the choir over here. You know you already know. He's one of the top prospects to ever come out of WWA 4, and I think it's an absolute shame that he's not used in more places. He's just now starting to get a little bit of shine off of Ring of Honor.
But also think of how much international experience he has under his belt.
Without a doubt. Former Tenkaichi Jr. champion over there with 0-1, WXW mainstay.
Oh!
UK rolls through, double stomps the knee again. Rolls through with the lucha pop, double stomps it
break his
again.
leg.
That's what it may take. And there it goes.
I don't know.
That is just savage right there. Oh my God.
He's gonna shatter his kneecap. Hero, you better give up.
Somebody better call it, man. This is not pretty. Beautiful. Transitions over to the crossface.
So smart, but has he done enough work on the head and shoulders?
And he's neutralizing any height advantage Chris Hero has by taking any extremity that he's trying to reach out for. Hero's almost hurting himself trying to show what he's reaching out for, because all Gresham's doing is cutting him short.
At this point? How is he going to get out of this hole?
Hey man, I can't.
Hero's going to counter. He's going to find an escape.
I can't help the fact that Gresham is probably one of the best counter hold technicians that you'll find on the scene right now, as he makes the grab for the ropes.
I think these fans are really starting to get behind the fight, the fire inside of Jonathan Gresham.
This is going to get good. This is going to get...
You know what, though? Sometimes you don't need a horseman race. A great match is a great match.
Oh, without a doubt.
These two have been very evenly matched.
Honestly, I always root for the underdog. I'm sorry. I'm all about the dark horses, man. And I want to see it happen for Gresham, especially after the war that he had with Dijak. Quite possibly the ace of Beyond Wrestling right now.
Yeah, we'll see him later on tonight against Sami Callihan.
Looking forward to it.
Uh-oh, Hero telegraphed that one, and he paid for it. That dragon screw leg whip. Hero's tumbling across the ring. Gresham perched on the second rope. Oh, my God, just
missile drop kick to the knee. Oh, my goodness. That's the shotgun right. Oh!
Oh, no.
But did you see it? But did you see it? The pressure from the pile driver hurt his own knee when he came down on it. Was it worth it? Was it worth it?
Because he is barking orders, Chris Hero. That is unusual, given their relationship.
I know he had to do it. I know he had to do it with that pile driver out of desperation, but that's exactly what it had to be, desperation.
He beat Matt Tremont with that move last month, but Matt Tremont defeated Jonathan Gresham the first night of Tournament for Tomorrow 4.
Okay, but I'm going to ask you this. Did Matt Tremont work the leg in the match? No, he did not.
And I'm not going to say that Matt Tremont got lucky.
Not at all. And let me ask you this. Look at this. When's the last time he did a pile driver and he's having to take off knee pads and undo his boots? Never. Never, not never.
I mean, I just can't imagine as much experience as Chris Hero has injuring himself performing a maneuver to an opponent. you got to think, right now he's going to be looking at taking it home.
And he's going back again. I don't think that's, it hurts his knee again.
Well, that was stupid. That was a big mistake because now he can't capitalize.
I'm trying to tell you right now, he's wrestling off of his emotions right now, and it's causing him to pick the wrong maneuvers.
It's almost like he's got tunnel vision. Right now, it's not about defeating Jonathan Gresham. It's about hurting Jonathan Gresham.
When you've got the striking ability of a Chris Hero and your knee is giving out on you, you lift up Jonathan Gresham, you kill him with one of those knockout forearms or those elbows, and you call it a day. Right now, it's frustration taking over. That's the only reason he would keep going back to a pile driver. That's hurting him as much as it's hurting his opponent.
Yeah, JT Dunn looking out for Chris Hero, pouring some water on him, trying to refresh him. Nobody in Gresham's corner tonight.
God, Gresham punch drunk right now. He's barely hanging. God.
Again, just showing the disrespect, spitting in his face. It's incredible to think that these two guys come from the same world, and yet Chris Hero showed more respect to Matt Tremont last month.
I don't know. It's just a change in Hero, man. I can't see it. Two of his best shots. Two pile drivers. And Jonathan Gresham is still here. He's still here.
Tell you what, it's sold out up here in the commentary booth. We've got people that should be preparing for their matches later on tonight, whose eyes are glued to the action that we're seeing in the ring right here. Come on, man, you know what I love about Beyond Wrestling? Something for everybody. All sorts of different styles. And right now, again, two of the very best technical wrestlers in the world that are active in the ring at the same time. A dream match, a first-time encounter, and Chris Hero will not let this go.
And furthermore, how many promoters would have to force Gresham to jump through so many more hoops just to be able to get to this match? And just putting on those strong displays that he's already done has got him to this point.
Gresham's proved himself. In my eyes, Gresham has proven himself.
But he's
absolutely one of the top performers in Beyond Wrestling, and he's proved that over the last 6 months.
But he wants that win. He wants that one win to cement him. He rolls him through, rolls back, holds, 2, 3. He got him!
Wait, did he get him?
He got him! Jonathan Gresham has shocked the world! We're going to Rich Valentino.
The Octopus, Jonathan Gresham!
Sometimes you get a knockout, sometimes a submission, but let's not forget, in professional wrestling, the name of the game is you have to pin your shoulders opponents to the mat for 3 seconds, and Jonathan Gresham just did the unthinkable.
Kings to you, Jonathan Gresham. Congratulations.